What a relief as Barcelona progress to the round of 16 of the Champions League for the first time since Leo Messi's departure. What a great time, and it shows progression really from Xavi and the players, good management, good tactics. And in this video, we're going to take a look at all of that. But I feel good, I feel glad because this is a big step, especially in the management from Xavi. He knows now what needs to be done to get out of the out of the group stage, excuse me. And it's just great for Xavi. But let's get right into the video, right? Subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get into it. Barca looked to press extremely high as they were looking for pressing triggers from the opposition to trap them on one side. Especially Pedri, Lewandowski and Rafinha was very effective when doing this, trying to win the ball high up the pitch. And also the wingers were tasked to, when they pressed to one side, then they would come and cover the free player or the player in the space or the extra man, because opposition teams like to get the ball to that player and then play it in behind to the wings to try and distract the team. Pedri and Lewandowski were the menaces up front, as Pedri would look to cut the pass and lay to the centre back while pressing. And then you see that Rafinha was sitting on the full back to not get him involved. And you can see all three of them mainly have these guys trapped on one side. So now they have to go long in this instance, and that is how they did it. Barca were pressing in a more organized manner as Lewandowski went to get the team to one side, and then Frenkie de Jong and Pedri would sit on their pivots. Very aggressive, trying to get them to progress the ball to the centre backs, where the wingers would actually come and press those centre backs who was on the ball. And because Barcelona had three centre backs, Joao Cancelo could easily come over and press that fullback on that side. And Barcelona defended mainly in a 4-4-2 formation, with Pedri joining Robert Lewandowski up front. And this is how Barcelona mainly did their defending. Over here you see that Robert Lewandowski is trying to get them to one side, and they actually play the ball that side, and he's pressing them to all cut them off. And then you can see Gundogan sitting on one of the pivots with Rafinha ready to press. Here again you can see Pedri and Gundogan again close to their double pivot, and Rafinha coming over to press this guy, because like I said, the winger had to come over to get onto the free man. And you can see the normal 4-4-2 that Barcelona had with Pedri and Lewandowski up front, and this is how Barcelona tried to keep a compact shape. And I also wanted to mention the work rate of Rafinha. He was excellent in this game defending. Look at his defending next to Ronald Araujo, and this is the kind of things that we need, and I think Ferran Torres do this as well, so he needs to play as well. In the second half, Barcelona's intensity slightly dropped off, as I think Xavi wanted to have more control over what's going on and stay compact. But we did see that when Barcelona was defending in their mid block or the lower block, we did see the 4-2-3-1, as they had some really good free aids moving in between the lines. That was really good at holding up play and actually playing the ball into their striker. So this was a good move from Xavi. I think if we did continue to press high, they was going to score again. So great game management from Xavi, giving his credit where the credit is due. So this was a great call, like I said, from Xavi to do this in this game. In this frame, you see that Pedri and Lewandowski is not really pressing in the box. You see that Joao Felix is coming forward to press the player. So really good management. You can see Barcelona really having players everywhere. And now you can see the 4-2-3-1 with Robert Lewandowski alone up front. And then you see Pedri as the number 10. And then you have Gundogan and Frenkie as your double pivot. So that is Barcelona's defensive structure. Iñaki and Jules Koundé was kind of like a centre-back pairing, with Inigo and Araujo being like fullbacks. And then we did also see a flat Barcelona midfield trio, but Porto had like a triangle up front that they defended with, right? To cut all the passing lanes to those three. And we did see that when they wanted to alter, they did have their left winger come up close and actually narrow in order to keep track of what Barcelona was trying to do. But we did see that Frenkie de Jong replaced Iñaki Peña so that he can at least have an option to go back to if the centre-backs were pressed. Porto had a very nice little triangle going up for them. As you can see, they are totally surrounding Frenkie de Jong, and the one is cutting the pass lane to Gundogan. So that was really good from Porto's perspective to do that. And also, like I just mentioned, they had their winger come up close in order for them to even more cut down the space that Barcelona may have potentially had. And this is good defending. This is good managing and good tactics. Xavi had Frenkie de Jong dropping as a centre-backs, which made full-backs or wing-backs from Inigo and Araujo, and we did see that Joao Felix was coming inside. So, because Porto had their front three pressing, this could ultimately leave them short in midfield because of the fact that Joao Felix were actually in midfield and create a numerical advantage. Now, this had to, if they wanted to keep the pressure up front, that winger on the right side, that right winger had to come inside in order for them to be able to even things out. And that left the wing backs completely open where Barcelona could play the ball. And this is how Xavi and did this, and actually they could overload the midfield now as well with this if they whichever side they decide to go through. So this was great tactics from Xavi, and we did see that Iñaki time and again tried to go long to the fullbacks. We also saw Barcelona had their normal 3-2-5 shape with the free eights being Pedri and Joao Felix. That forced them to defend extremely narrow, and that allowed Barcelona to be wide and stretch them, right? And these free eights could easily get the ball in the half space a little bit wider, and the centre backs would come forward and form these triangles. This is the first time where I like the back three, with the fluidity that we saw. Maybe Xavi's actually watching my videos. That's crazy, right? And we did see that Cancelo came back to outnumber their front three, and this allowed Frankie to drift in between the lines wherever they decided to press to receive the ball, because they had more than one player to mark the same to whatever side they pressed. Barcelona were always able to find the spaces in between the lines, and this is some real good fluidity that Frankie de Jong brings to this team. I was particularly impressed with the way that the left side was run. I think Joao Cancelo even plays better than Balde as a left back. He overlapped on multiple occasions, and we saw support from Inigo Martinez. So it was a lot more balanced than when Balde plays there. You're going to see on the average positioning, he plays much more closer than what he's supposed to. We did see also that when the ball was circulating on the right side, we did see that Rafinha, Ronald Araujo, and Gundogan or Pedri or Frankie de Jong were actually close together, and they had the staggered position for Rafinha where he would receive the ball, and the free eights actually would run ahead of him. So it was much more balanced than we usually see. I just wanted to show you the significance in the fact that most of our attacks came from through the middle and over the left side. So you can see whichever side Cancelo plays on, that side has more success in terms of the attacking side. And this is what we need from Balde. I've been very critical of him, and it's understandably so, right? But I want you to look at the average positioning. Look at this. Look at Joao Cancelo. He's very close to. But I think Barcelona had a mid block. We didn't play very high, especially in the second half. That's maybe what's affecting this. But for the most part, Cancelo and Joao Felix were really close to each other, right? And you can see even Ronald Araujo. And this is the kind of balance that we need, guys. This is what I was talking about. We need balance in our team, and that's what's gonna take us forward, right? But as always, guys, please do let me know down in the comment section what do you think about this. It was a really good game from Barcelona, solid performances. At times we were really lacking in this game, but for the most part we did okay. We did good, guys. It was a solid performance. So from now on, I just want to see consistency in Xavi's tactics and also his lineups that they have. So that is all that we need to get consistent results for this Barcelona team. We have a great team, guys, and these two are so important to what we do. So thank you very much, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, Visca el Barça. Viva the Catalunya. Thank you very much.